is finally here, and one of the hottest trends for this season is fringe. The key to fringe is to do it in moderation, wearing them as accent pieces. Chriselle is going to show you how to create 3 accent pieces that are not only amazing to wear, but fun to make as gifts for friends. Here's a long piece of fringe that Chriselle got at a local fabric store. Wrap the fringe around your neck to see how long you want your necklace to be. She recommends having your sunglasses hang a little below your bust line. Now, all you have to do is grab a pair of scissors and snip off the ends. Now you're going to need your little croquis. You can purchase these rubber croquis for your sunglass holders at any fabric or arts and crafts store. Start off at either end of your fringe and stuff about 1 inch of your fringe into the croquis. Now repeat this step on the other side of the fringe. Grab your sunglasses and stuff both croquis on the end of your handles. If you have some leftover fringe on the ends, you can easily snip them off. It's as simple as that. The great thing about this accessory is that it's so versatile and practical. You can wear it as a necklace with your sunglasses hanging so you don't have to worry about losing them. Or you can wear your sunglasses and have the fringe hanging from the back, giving an extra flair to your look. The fringe skirt. A fringe skirt is a very trendy statement piece that is also reminiscent of the 1920s flapper era. Here, Chriselle is using a long black suede fringe. You can also find this at your local fabric store. Find a skirt that you want to revamp that's the same color as your fringe. Now, align the fringe like this and snip off the ends. We're going to start building up from here. Now it's time to apply the fringe. Make sure to use fabric glue. Trust me, it's not going to stay on with regular Elmer's glue. Apply the glue onto the trim from one end to the other. Don't be afraid to use a generous amount of glue. It'll dry clear. Now, glue the second row on the skirt. Make sure it's about 2 to 3 inches above the first row. And again, make sure to snip the fringe off the ends of the skirt. Repeat the steps until you get to the very top layer of the skirt. Pat down the fringe to make sure it's securely placed. You want to let the glue dry for about 10 to 15 minutes before flipping the skirt to continue this process on the other side. Now trim the excess fringe from the bottom of the skirt. You want to make sure the fringe ends where the skirt ends. Once you're finished with both sides of the skirt, you want to let the glue set for approximately 24 hours before wearing it out. And there you go, your very own fringe skirt. Make sure to wear your fringe skirt with subtle pieces. The skirt in itself is a huge statement piece, and don't worry, it's washable. The key to creating the skirt is getting the proper fabric glue. The ombre fringe earring. These would make great gifts for your friends. Instead of using black, try using colored fringe. You'll find out why towards the end. First, you're going to cut about 4 inches of fringe. Then double it up by folding it in half. To create even more thickness, fold it in half once again. Using your fabric glue, glue the 2 folds together.
I really don't wanna wake up, 'cause then I'll have to face all the thoughts that race how it all ended up the same without you here.
You can trim it at any length, but in this case, we're going to keep the fringe super long. You can either go buy your chains at any fabric store, or in this case, Chriselle is using one of her old cheap necklaces. Then, measure up the chains to make sure they're the same length as your fringe. You can either use pliers to separate them, or if you're tough enough, break it right off. We're just kidding, it's pretty easy to break. For the best result, use 3 long chains or more.
To find a spot on a hill that...
Now for this, you're either going to have to find a jump ring from an old necklace, or you can go buy one from an arts and crafts store. Slightly open one of the jump ring and slip all 3 chains into the ring. Make sure when you're done, you close the opening of the jump ring so they don't fall out. Here, Chriselle has earring stud that has a tiny drop loop where she can connect the jump ring with the loop of the stud.
Less what people thought, the only 2 in a sea of blur at the turn.
Then, take your long fringe and pierce right through the trim onto the other side.
Pizza and pasta with the band playing Sinatra, nothing else can never...
So here's the fun part. Make sure you're outside for this step. Measure the ends of your fringe and find out where you want to create this ombre effect. Ombre means shaded or gradient in tone. Think gradation. You're going to need black spray paint. Lightly spray the bottom of the fringe until it's completely black. Then flip it over and continue this process until each side is blacked out.
Journeys in the snow solving mysteries, and in the desert full of camels. As I finish the song, I have one request.
Now to create the ombre effect, ombre is a French word which means shading, a technique of color bleeding or dip dyeing fabric. Take a toothbrush that you don't use in your mouth or toilet and slowly spread the paint out. This will create a faded gray color. Once done with this step, make sure you let the paint soak and dry for about 24 hours before wearing them out, because it's going to smell like spray paint and it's going to be extremely strong, unless you like that smell. Now you can finally wear it.
The smiling, the laughing, it's coming so easily. It's a funny thing, this love thing, it only falls into my arms when I'm not looking for it at all.
Ombre fringe earrings look great, especially on girls with longer hair because it blends nicely together, looking like a colored extension. So whether it's a fringe skirt, necklace, or earring, be bold and daring this spring by adding some fringe to your wardrobe. Most importantly, have fun creating these pieces. We recommend having a little get-together with your friends to create these pieces. So have fun and of course, good luck. Music by Clara Chung. Offbeat, The Camel Song, and Heartstrings.